Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Konadja here. Welcome back to Formula 1 2018. Here is a little look into where our team is standing right now. I mentioned earlier that our upgrade pace has been reduced, mostly because we have 3-week upgrades remaining on our team for our car, and I don't personally think investing in the 1-week upgrades and durability and stuff like that is worth it. So I am definitely going to be facing some stagnation in development on our car. We are still on top, but you can see here Ferrari has finally pushed through a ultimate upgrade and have actually leapfrogged Red Bull and are closer to us than any team has been since about Canada. So we'll see how that goes for the rest of the season. I do have some ultimate upgrades coming. I'll probably have 2 for the end of the year. So we're going to get close, I would say, to the 800 level of performance. Last season we went from 400 to 600. This season we started around, well, just under 600, and it looks like we're going to make it to just under 800. So almost exactly the same amount of upgrades this season as last season. But that's almost near the end for us as far as upgrades go in the car. So I have a feeling the 3 cars behind us are going to start to close in. Look how long Mercedes was stagnant, though. That was a long time, so I'm expecting them to do some major upgrades here in the future, too. The other thing of note is I am actually losing the rivalry currently to Kevin Magnussen due to the weird and wackiness that has been the last few races, so we gotta try and turn that around. I also need to select a new rival, and hey, look at that! Finally, the one on top is somebody different than Daniel Ricciardo, so I'm gonna choose Lewis Hamilton for our new rival, and that'll be our challenge as we move through the rest of the season. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead to qualifying. We're headed to Russia, one of my favorite tracks on the calendar, so I'm hoping for good things today. We pick up qualifying today, headed into Q3. Q2, although we're sitting 6th and 8th, I feel okay about it. The times are very close. I really love this track, and I feel bad about that, because this track is 2 things that I really shouldn't like. 1, it's a Tilke track. 2, it's in a city, and I don't like city tracks. But for some reason, this track has always clicked with me quite well. I am going to take some fuel out of the car, because I think I was running a little bit heavier than I needed to. Just a little bit, because this is a one-lap wonder track. So let's head to the track. Try for a Q3 lap, maybe 2. Maybe 2. But yeah, I really do enjoy running the place. I feel like it's one of those tracks where you get to push the car to limits you don't typically push the car. I don't know why, but this is just one of those tracks where it really feels like you are getting 130% out of the car in order to run competitive times. And I enjoy that. But I think what I enjoy about that is it feels like a place where you can do that. There's enough runoff room, even though it's a city track, but also there's good visuals. Like, there's enough markers around the place that you can get a good feel for the place. I don't know, it's just a really well-suited track for me. Not the easiest. It's probably not the one I'm best at. I just enjoy it a lot. Now that I've said all these really nice things about the track, I have to do well at it, or I'm going to look like a fool. I haven't yet run in the 30s, and I think that's the time it's going to take today to get anywhere near pole position, but I know I've been leaving time on track, so I feel like I have the ability to do that. This has been a stellar lap so far. Ew, I sound like Ted. Stellar? Gross. Just a little bit wide there, but I don't think it really cost me anything. Nor did that little lockup right there. In fact, I got a really nice exit. These are 2 turns, very easy to overdrive. Suck it, pylon. Become a pile-off. Not a 30.
That's the fastest lap so far. Well done.
Okay, well, I may have to dip in and try again. Despite still being number 1 on the charts, I've decided to go out for another run, because I do feel like there's going to be some big pickup here. And I do feel like there was a little bit of time left in Sector 3. So let's see if we can find that, and maybe some elsewhere. It just feels like it's a no risk. It's a no whisk. Ah, nice. It's a no risk possible reward situation for me. We are definitely not going to use any whisks though. No whisking here. Purple Sector 1. Bit wide right there, cost a touch. That felt a little tidier. Oh, I thought that was a better run to the straightaway, but it wasn't. Really attacking those apexes is where the time is. We'll see. We'll see if there's anything to gain down here. Boy, I felt like that was better, but the times didn't reflect it, and then it ran wide on me. Nope. That was it for me. I just couldn't get the front to hook up after the chicane there. I was so distracted because it felt so good, and yet I was losing time. That's frustrating. Well, we'll see where that puts us. Might be, I don't know, might be like 5th.
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015. A last lap collision between Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas sparked controversy in that race, so let's hope the racing is just as tight today. Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, Red, Bottas, Magnussen, Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon, Alonso, Sirotkin, Carlos Sainz, and Hartley, Gasly, Hamilton, Charles Leclerc and Stoffel Van Dorn, Ericsson and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. Now it's almost...
Well, qualifying didn't go as I had hoped. I guess I really needed it that second lap, but also didn't go very well for Magnussen, so I don't know what the deal is with our car here, but it seems like maybe we're a little bit off the pace, which is very surprising to me because I really love this track. And our cars are good, but I guess those Ferrari improvements were quite critical because they took the front row. Well, let's see what we can do to improve in the race. I'm going to give myself that 1 lap of buffer and fuel. I like the strategy, going from the Hypers to the Ultras. Nothing to complain about there. And it looks like it's just going to be a cloudy day. Okay, let's try to get it done here. Alright. Playing a good run to turn 1. Low RPM launch since we're on the dirty side of the track. Looks like Magnussen got away well. Everybody gets real close to the wall there. They're getting real jockey up front. Let's try and get some into turn 1. Hello, Magnussen. Are you going to make that? Oh, man. 3 wide. Yes. That was bad to the bone. I think myself and Kevin just moved to 3rd and 4th in that sequence, and it was beautiful. That looks like it was planned, and it was, well, see, I am a human and he is a computer, so very hard to plan those kinds of things. Watch for a draft pass here. I need to get up to Vettel and stay in his draft. I don't need to let those prancing horses get away. I do feel like we have a competitive car here today. If we can use it properly. A little bit understeer right there. fuel load is heavier than it was in practice and qualifying. I'm a little bit worried about the threat from the teammate behind me. No pressure here. A lot of ERS use here, a lot of battery use, so you gotta watch it. That one lap is already enough to take it to 50, so 50 is a little too low for one lap. Down to level 3 we go. Mode 3, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. This race is being run immediately after Singapore. My hands still hurt really bad. Got a heck of a blister going on my left index finger.
Some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
Apparently, we also we've run the car back to back without working on it. In reality, we're just running out of inventory of parts, so we may be facing running either some heavily used parts in races this season, or facing some grid penalties. That'll be a decision that will have to be made at some point. Okay, well. Dang it. Those turns are so awkward. I might lose this position to Magnus in here. I was gonna say we got them within, you know, a good distance, but that has gone away. I'm surprised by that run he got. I guess a little draft helped him. We'll let him go, especially since those Ferraris are fighting.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Let's try and get back to them together. I don't want to fight them, so especially it was my mistake. Watch the off tracks, they will get you here. I tell myself. Oh, jeez. No reason for that. Let's not do any more of that, please. Already having going down to mode 2 to conserve battery power. It's a lot of time here, flat to the floor. Jeez. He did the same thing I did there, but I got screwed. I pushed him into a fastest lap is what I did.
Kevin is really pushing hard now. He's just put in the fastest lap of the race.
You're welcome. Joe, yeah, he totally missed the apex and slammed on the brakes mid-turn. I guess I need to do better at judging when they're going to do that, because it's cost me some races here where they jam on the brakes in front of me and I get into the back of them. It's a little hard to predict, especially with, you know, no brake lights. And it just doesn't make any sense. When I push in the middle of the turn or miss my apex, I let the car run wide. When the AI do that, they slam on the brakes. That's one way the AI just don't act very human. Driving one-handed down the straightaways to give each hand a break. I was going to keep running this close. That will help us. And it is. Whole field's really slinking back together. Alright, don't screw up the last two turns, Cone. Gosh, they just brake so early. I guess I need to do the same, but it's not my line. I think they nearly spun each other out. That didn't go well for us. And I just got hit by Verstappen. I understand I was slow, but kind of out of my control. Yeah, I just got totally screwed by those two. Ferraris got together, and I was the one that paid for it. That's a DRS, that was dumb. Now I got one young Verstappen breathing down my neck. I knew this car had pace. I don't understand where our pace wasn't qualifying for the two of us, but I knew it would come around.
Back by about 3/10 a lap. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy that.
I think they're switching us around. Seems to almost always be the case. And I think with the way this pack's running, we need to do that. We're probably going to get K-Mag in on... I'm actually now worried about that strategy because they were saying our second set of tires was going to run almost all the way down. But I do think that is the only way we're going to get around all three of these cars in this race. Possibly only two of them. Yeah, it'll be a long run on the other set of tires. That is a bit of a worry.
Okay, the gap behind is 1.5 seconds.
I definitely understand why it needs to happen, because this pack is just no good, and I think we're really wearing the tires out doing it. I really need Magnussen to take the fight back to Vettel right now.
Quick tyre update for you. Everything's looking nice and tidy on our end.
On your end?
You start to feel any issues?
We can fight him there. I needed to stay at least this close together for all four of us for the strategy to work. And then I'll need the car to really come to life on the other set of tires too. Doing a lot of lifting and coasting, so I'm actually saving a bit of fuel doing that. Short shifting out of the turns to help the... Oh, jeez. I was looking at the wing because it didn't open, even though I hit the button. Yikes. Sorry for that jump scare, everybody. Those two just got into each other. Magnussen, don't lose a front wing in this. I want you to stay close, but don't lose a front wing. Like I almost did for absolutely no reason. I tried to block that. You actually kind of did. Well done, Ruckman. Keep getting a little frame skip right there.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
I'll save that for after my pit stop, though,
Push
Jeff.
now. We're boxing this lap.
Yeah, that reason. Closing rate was so high, I had to get out of the way. I guess I had a lot of speed there. I hit my regular braking point, and I was gonna clobber him right up the back wing if I didn't take the outside of the track. Taking to the outside of the track is not something you can do at every track.
Magnussen's taking the lead.
I'm frustrated. Magnussen's done what I wanted to do. Alright, let's hope for the pit strategy to turn this around. I gotta get away from these guys, though. I do feel like I'm in that Monza situation where we're just constantly in each other's way, and it's ruining all of our races.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
I sound so angry about it. The way I'm able to close back in makes me hopeful that this will work. This pit road's so hard to get on. Drink, get some breath. Oh man, I'm now worried about coming out mid-pack. Doesn't look like that's gonna be a worry. Should all be flying by me right now. I just need a couple laps of clean.
Look after these tires now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Looks like I'm only gonna get maybe half a lap of clean. Not even that, really. Turns for these tires to come in. Traffic's gonna suck. What in the... This happens again. Where they try to get out of the way, but they get out of the way by blocking you at the apex. Thank you. There goes easily a second.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Shut up, Jeff. I see my podium dreams fading into oblivion. Got out in too much traffic. Why do I ever listen to Jeff's strategy? How did they not realize this was going to be a problem? How did I not realize this was going to be a problem? I guess I'm just as crappy as Jeff.
We're trailing our teammate by 26.8 seconds.
The only hope we have is that they are fighting up there. But I doubt it. No, yeah, Magnussen just left the Ferraris at this point. I am screwed. Look at this traffic. Look at it. Hamilton, what are you doing back here? I don't know if that's them trying to block or if that's them trying to let me go. Whatever it is, it's ineffective. I'm gonna run these tires down trying to get through traffic. He's pitting. No, he's not. He's doing the same thing. He just takes to the inside of the turn. Oh, we did have some tankers there. I thought those two were about to crash in front of us. I thought that was a crash for sure. What are you doing? You're on older tires than me. You're not even really racing me for position. Yeah, you're trying to do crossover moves mid-turn. Sound like Truex Jr. here. Just defeat it. Frustrated.
Kevin is in the pits.
Alright, well, we're about to find out how screwed we are. It looks real bad because we aren't even near pit road yet. These laps have been atrocious. That's most everybody out of the way. He's leaving the pits now. Hello, Hang-Ups. How are you? I missed you so much. Well, I think that'll be your gap for the leads. That's not as bad as I expected. But it ain't great, because he's got a lot better tires than we do. I got like 2 more turns before his tires come up to temperature to close that gap. Pushing the track limits a little bit here. Please excuse me. Not quite DRS range. This is the cleanest track we will have, and probably the best tires. Trying to get everything out of this lap.
Right, the car behind has come in to put on the ultra soft tyre. That's the car behind, now on the ultra softs.
Miscellaneous information. Ferrari no longer has a horse in this race, basically. I've got to try and close within a second if I can, though. Everybody wanted a teammate battle this season. I think we're there. It's happening. I'm running these tires really hard, which is going to be a problem late race. But it feels like now or never. I've got to be able to get the lead now, and then maintain a gap to try and save the tires. If it's going to happen at all. What's with the hang-ups all of a sudden? There goes the block. The block's gonna lose him the lead. I guess not. He's gonna lose us the race. The whole team, if he keeps up that kind of stuff. Manage all the engine stuff best I can. Let's just try and hang with him. Let's try and do this in DRS. Let's not try to do anything crazy in these turns where there's walls approaching. Okay, that's a pretty good run. We're in the draft as well. Oh my. I don't know if you could tell what happened, but that was one of the scariest things that's ever happened. That might have been our race. Oh, buddy. That was top 10 scariest feelings I've ever had in a car, virtual or not. Top speed, and the back end wanted to step out because the DRS wing was open in a turn. That is a dangerous place to have DRS, in my opinion. I guess I could manually close it, but that's a lot to try and do going into the turn. That was wild.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target.
Yeah.
Drop down to mix too soon.
Quick, simple messages, Jeff, please. That's all I want for F1 2019 is team-specific engineers, so you can get away from one you don't like. I want them to all have their own personalities. Much easier way around this time. Much easier. Okay, that was better. Whatever happened to being able to hear the crowd cheer when you did stuff like that? I guess they realized that's not realistic? Probably setting up for a repass here. That's, that was close. That was closer than close, probably. I needed that crossover, though. We've let Vettel right back into this battle. Is what we have done. If those two get to battling, that could be the savior for me. Right now, Magnussen's going to have to defend the DRS pass. Does that take the pressure off of us? So far, the answer is yes. Ooh, big deep breath here. This is intense. Keep oxygen in the brain. Alright, that's happening. Those two are having to battle. Yep, there was an attempted pass there. That did help us. sector, though. I'm trying to take it easy on the tires as much as I can because of the situation. I have so many more laps on mine versus them. I will give you the outside. I will not give you the inside. I think he realizes that is not the right way around, luckily. Nice exit. So much managing of modes here. Yeah, he's got a big run now. Oh, that was close to that wall. What a dangerous wall that is. I wanted to do it so bad, but he blocked it.
Try to stay with him. He might make a mistake. He could still regain the position.
Well, now we're in the middle. Not too good. Car feels really good right now. They always say they run their best before they blow up. Wonder if that's true of tires too. Oh, he's got a hell of a draft on me. I've got a hell of a draft on Magnussen, though. We've had accidents right here in that same situation. Got to be careful. It's hard enough getting 2 cars through there. 3 cars is brutal. I'm in a good slipstream right now. Might be too little too late. It was. Boy, this is an intense race, especially coming off of Singapore right before this. Ugh, I missed my apex real bad there. Better gap this time, better gap. Just a little slowing up into that turn. Not what I wanted. This may come as a surprise, but I never want those actually. But if we have to have them, how about like in the middle of the straightaway with nobody around us? Can we have that instead? Wow. Wow. There we go. I almost want to say you just conceded that position for the betterment of the both of us. Would be unusual. In fact, it'd be unheard of. Exit. power. Okay, he's not in a draft, so I'll save fuel at least. Looks like we're gonna be good. All the way down into the turn. It has gotten sunny out. I didn't even notice that. The track's gonna be changing a little bit here. It's sunny in practice though, so hopefully it's not too big a change. A little bit sideways there. I'm still worried about the state of these tires. 25 is okay. It's the turbocharger that's really gotten some miles on it. I got a little pissy and moany when I was mired in traffic after the stop, but other than that, this has been an absolute pleasure of a race. Good. Mirrors are so hard to use. Even with track IR, it's hard to see anything. Mostly wing and tire.
Turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
Why does the turbo have legs? Locked him up. Let me have it back because of that. And might have just let Vettel by too.
Brilliant. Nice move.
He didn't somehow. I don't know how. You know what is different in the sun is you get that glare on the track. It makes it harder to see turns like that one. Whoa, Magnussen, this is not the place nor the time. You are a lucky bastard that I let you through cleanly.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
That's definitely the right way round for me. Probably not for them, but it is for me. I was so surprised by that pass. I didn't see any stamps on the field there. That was a no stamp zone. No licking. Magnussen's under pressure right now. It's about the biggest lead we've had. I have a feeling we'll lose it. I just don't have the tire to run away from these guys. Clouds are starting to come back out, which is nice. That's wide. Oh, I thought that was going to be my first warning. Can't see him. I knew he was close. I didn't know where he was, though. Taking it all the way to first gear there. We're all running pretty awful laps. That was a weird oversteer there. Right in the middle of the intro, really in between the two turns, it tried to snap around on me real bad. It's quite odd. Keep waiting for a late last second dive bomb there. So far, so good. This last run is so long, and it's been under pressure the whole time. Oh, lag, no. Stop. Bad video game, bad.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Whoa, yeah, it's starting to, rear tires are starting to go. I'm gonna have to be careful with this thing. Just cleanly done there. A little bit of rear grip loss might be the deciding factor here. I can't get out of these turns as well as they are. Plenty of run there. Good. I don't really know what to do at this point. Take some pressure off of those rears. I think I just gotta try and hold on. Shift a little early out of the turns, perhaps. Don't let it slide right here where it likes to. This is a late run. Able to cover. Shifting real early. Sections like that. Ooh, that was wide. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be good enough. 2 more times.
Battery charge is low. If
Oh,
we turn down
shoot.
the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Not gonna have battery to defend. Let's try and harvest as much as we can through here. It's really hard to find in these conditions.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I do have a little bit of fuel to use then. We at least got enough up to get to 3 for the straightaway. Use fuel. We actually have a decent gap right now. We'll probably stay in mode 3 fuel for the rest of the race, but I'm going to have to dip down to 2 here on ERS. Actually go down to 1 through this whole section. Some good harvesting.
This is
Nice.
your final lap of the race.
Alright, I think I'm gonna be under attack here, though. Seems like he's close enough. Well, maybe not. I guess he didn't get a great exit. Vettel has fallen back. Seems like this will be settled between the two of us. It's all gonna come down to that back straightaway.
We advise moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
You shouldn't advise anything. Shut up. Last lap. Alright, good enough for mode 3 for sure. Not a fantastic exit there. It's going to be close. I think I had just enough energy left to defend that. Nice and easy through here. Yes. Ooh. That was a heck of a drive.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
How many passes for the lead was there? Oh man, that was a race.
So another fantastic victory for Haas.
Anybody ever
today.
notice this screen right here is flipped the wrong way?
So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace.
They've done real
Plain and
good.
Simple. I mean,
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a thrilling Grand Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top 3 today.
An all Ferrari podium. Jokes. Oh
And
man.
after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Red increases their championship lead. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
difficult call, but I'd say Lance Stroll. He was committed the entire race, and it's paid off with the result.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Haas move further ahead at the top of the standings. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Well, the only contested thing there is between Red Bull and Mercedes. In the points, Hamilton had a horrible day, so Magnussen moved well into second. It's going to be close between Hamilton and Danny Rick. Lance Stroll, driver of the day for sure. 20th to 13th, thanks to probably some DNFs. Actually, not really, but still, an amazing performance there. Definitely better than those two Haas drivers who went from 8th and 6th to 2nd and 1st. Those guys, total losers. Total losers. I set a fast lap that was almost a second faster than the next fastest lap, but I did that on a strategy that just cooked my tires for the rest of the race, and I'm very, very, I want to say lucky to have walked away with that one, but it was hard fought. I wish I could show you this entire replay because that one was pure insanity. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you don't enjoy that, I don't know how to please you. It was a pretty wild start too, wasn't it? Oh yeah, remember Magnusson's wild dive there. And then is this 3 wide? Yeah, it is. Nice. Nice. Oof. Magnussen got super close to us there. I didn't even realize that. Okay, well, I just got a warning about hard drive space. So, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!